Hi everyone, it's Gail, and I am here with I'm going to mass make some covers. And so that's what I want to do today. I'm in need of some covers for some digitals that I want to use. So that's what we're going to do. I wanted to tell you that I do have a playlist called Journal Cover Series, and just about any kind of cover that you want to make is covered in that playlist. So I would refer you over there for other kinds of covers too. So let's say hi and hugs. Hi and hugs to Lorette, Belinda, Crafty Gamma, and Deb. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your kind comments. Okay, I'm going to set these aside for a second and show you a couple of other journal covers I have in the works. So this one we collaged. It was like an Amazon box or something, and I thought it would make a fun little flappy type of journal. So all this needs is Mod Podge, and then I can start working on that. So that's that one. These two are collaged over book page. And so what I'll do with these is I'll sew them. I like to go diagonally like that. You could like sew around each one of the collage pieces or something, whatever you want to do. And then once again, I'll Mod Podge this, and then when it's done, it'll be rather leathery. It'll feel kind of bendy and leathery. And then this is the other one. So yeah, I just need to finish those guys up. But so today we're going to do fabric covers though. And this particular one, I have a digital from Jessie at Vintage Studio 717, and that I really want to do. And so I need to make a cover for it. Her kit is called Roses and Lace, and it's all pink. I love it. And so I want to make a little journal cover. So I've got a Amazon Prime envelope that I have cut 12 by 9, which is the size journal I like to make. It's actually a little over 12 and a little over 9, just to give it a little extra. But anyway, I am going to just cover this with this fabric. I've cut 2 pieces of fabric, one for the outside, one for the inside. And I'm just going to sew around it. So we'll do this one in the all together, and then I'm going to prep the other ones, and we'll see how far we get today. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted on the inside cover is I would like a pocket. So I've grabbed some of my lace here. That's too blendy. And I thought maybe I could look at this one, might be nice. I just want to make a lace pocket on the inside, and I'm going to need to sew that down prior to sewing the two together. So yeah, I think that's going to work just fine. What is this? This is it's 3 inches. That's a nice size for a pocket. Let's see, it goes this way. Let's do that right. Okay, I don't have my sewing scissors at the ready, so I'm going to just do that. Okay, cool. All right, so we need to sew that onto that. That needs to happen. But in the meantime, I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac, and I'm just going to lay this down on here. Oh, and I was going to show you my final vision for this cover is once it's all put together, of course it'll be more like this, right? And I have this little slow stitch panel that I'm going to take to my retreat and see if I can't get that slow stitched. But then my thought is to wrap this around. I'm having trouble doing it because of the pins, but is to wrap it kind of around the cover and attach ribbons on here to close it up. So anyway, that's kind of my final vision if things turn out as I'm hoping. That's always the caveat, isn't it? If it turns out. Okay, so I'm just going to take my Fabri-Tac and really just in the middle, because I don't want to do it on the edges where I'm going to sew. I'm just going to put a little skiff of glue on there. This is Fabri-Tac. And then we shall lay this on here. Hopefully some semblance of centered. Okay. So that can dry on there while we're working on the inside. Okay, I'm just going to set this behind us for a minute. Let that dry. Okay. So this side, I just want to get this lace put on here. So we're going to pull out the new sewing machine. Oh boy. I did a little bit of sewing on it, and it seems to be working just great. It's very, very similar to my old machine. So, okay, all I want is a straight stitch. And what I'm going to do is just attach this little pocket onto the back. So, turn your volume down if you don't like the sewing machine. Although I feel like most of you do. Most of you say it reminds you of your mom or your grandma or something, which is so fun. So, okay. The only thing I'm having a little trouble getting used to is, you know how a certain machine will stop. I mean, it's like where the needle stops when I stop sewing. That's a little different on this machine than my old one. And so I am having a little bit of trouble adjusting to that, but all in all, I like it. And it did the bobbin like a dream, so that's happy too. I'm just taking my time because I want this to be straight. Since the fabric has a design on it that it could easily not be straight. Okay. Yeah, it is funny how it's like, you know, it's like driving a car. I mean, you get used to your car, and if you switch cars, there are just little differences that are kind of make it kind of weird. Okay, so I just sewed a straight stitch here, and we're good to go. So now what I want to do, grab my cover again. I'm going to flip it over. And I'm going to put some glue on this side for this side. I'll be using quite a bit of Fabri-Tac today, getting these things prepared. Okay, so there's that. And really, the Fabri-Tac is just to hold things while you sew it. It's not like, you know, a major part of the construction or anything. Okay. There we go. So that's on there. Now I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch all the way around it. Now you can see this is fraying, but that's okay. I like that look. Now if you don't want it to fray, you can use fray check on it. And fray check is a great little product that just keeps it's like a glue that goes around the edge. You could also use the Fabri-Tac in the same way. Okay, so now I think I need to cut this a little bit. This guy's kind of sticking out. So adjustments, there's always adjustments. That's okay. Okay. So I'm kind of deciding right now, do I want to I was thinking about doing a straight stitch around all the way around and then a zigzag on the edge, or do I just want the zigzag? Therein lies the question. Well, I think I'm gonna do a straight stitch all the way around and in a little further, because see, like, yeah, I don't know, I'm just feeling like that's the right thing to do. So I'm going for it. I always start at the back bottom of everything that I make, everything that I sew on a cover. That's just how I roll. I will show you my zigzag trick here in a minute too, but for this time we're just gonna go, I'm gonna do a back stitch, and then we're just gonna go right around with a straight stitch. Running into stuff over here that doesn't need to be there. Okay. Okay, now the tricky part is, as you're sewing, to make sure you don't bend your pocket or anything. It's kind of fun. You can hear the envelope popping as you're sewing. Let's see. I'm going to back up a couple. Then actually, there. Okay, now I'm going to do a zigzag on the inside of where we just did the straight stitch. Okay, and I'll show you my zigzag. I don't know if it's going to show up very well. My trick is you stop at the left, and then it makes a nice neat corner instead of stopping with your needle on the right. Okay, and done. Yay! I want to get this, the digital prep for this and take it to my retreat because I don't have enough already prepared. You know, yeah, I do. I have plenty, but you know, you never know what you might get to. Okay. Ooh, I love that. Okay, so here's the little pocket. Of course, when we stitch in the signature, that will, you know, hold this part. And so, yeah, so there it is. There's our little cover. And then this little guy is just going to sort of wrap around it like this-ish. Maybe like up to the stitching. Yeah, so anyways, now I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but I'll get it up to the camera if I can. But see how this is a nice, it's not sewn over each other on that zigzag. It's a nice edge. And that's by, as you're coming down this way, stop the needle on the left side of the stitch, turn it, and then start going again, and it makes a nice neat. I know I've shared that before, but you know, there's always new folks. Okay, well that's happy. Now we're not going to sew everything that we're doing, but we'll see where we get to, because I want to prep all of these. So these are some fabric flips that I made for some of these covers. So those need to be sewn as well. Set those aside for the minute. Okay, this one is going to be on prime packaging again. And when I sew this one, I'm going to quilt it on there, which all that means is just to sew around each of these blocks. So that's what's going to happen with that one. I'm just going to show you what I've got here prepared, and then we'll start working. This one, and that is Kathy Holden fabric, and so is this. I have Kathy Holden's paper products, and I really want to play with them, but I need a cover. So this is going to be the outside of this one. And then the inside of this one, another one of her fabrics, and I'm going to put this down as the pocket. So I think I want to put some sort of trim on this. I mean, I could just fold it, but I think I want to put some lace on it or something. This is just an extra piece that will be a good, fabric flip too. And this one's just going to go on a 9x12 manila envelope. So, but there's more prep to that, and I will show you that in a minute. Okay, I don't know what to do with you guys. We'll put you behind. Okay, so this one, again, is going to be a prime, and this is a Kelly Ray Roberts fabric. Probably what I did is, search Kelly Ray Roberts fabric on Etsy, and this came up. So this is going to be the outside. This is going to be the inside. Again, it's a prime. That'll be super easy to do. This one I'm going to do on an envelope, And it's Kelly Ray Roberts too. So this is the outside. This is the inside. I might go ahead and use some of this again as a pocket. Then this one I was going to do on Amazon, and it's got this on the inside, this on the outside. And then this one has this on the inside, this on the outside. So let's do one of the envelope ones, and I'll show you how I do these. Okay, so first thing I do is seal the envelope. And if it has one of those little metal claspy things, I take it out. I remove it from the envelope. Okay, so then I have leftover batting, and I like to put the batting on the outside of these journal covers. Now this piece is going to be like nearly perfect, nearly. But another thing you can do is use your scraps like this, which I will do that for sure on the Kathy Holden that has the, oh, look at that fun little piece. The Kathy Holden that I'm going to quilt on there. I will use that for sure. Okay, I'm just going to cut this about the length of the envelope, and then we'll also cut it down this way. Okay, right here. Sorry, these aren't the best scissors for cutting fabric-like things, but that's okay. Okay, I will keep this too, because this stuff is kind of fun, like to use in layering and just kind of like scrunch it around and, you know, layer it with something, and it just makes a fun kind of background or whatever. So I'll keep that little piece for that. Okay, so now I am just going to, I think I'll do this side because then it'll be padded. So I'm just going to adhere my batting to the envelope. Again, I'm avoiding the edges because that's where I'm going to sew, even though this will probably find enough time to dry. Let's just go here. Just pop that on there. Okay. And then the outside is going to be this beautiful butterfly. So I'm going to pop that on there as well. Oh, that feels just so nice. Feels so nice. Okay, let's glue. And then we'll pop that on. It's not spreading super well on this, but you know, it's just enough to hold it while we sew it, really is all we need. I'm going to smooth those chunks out a bit, just so they don't show through the fabric. Okay. So okay. Just press that down a little bit. Okay, now we need to decide if we want a lace pocket on this, on the inside. So before we attach it to our envelope, we need to decide that. Let's see what I have that This is really pretty, but I don't know that it particularly goes, does it? What do you think? Kind of does. Yeah, I think, why not? Why not? Let's do that. So, if you'll bear with me, I'm going to just sew this on real quick so that I can get the other part get this glued on. Sorry. Brain's going in too many directions. My mouth can't keep up. Oh, my husband the other day, he says, do you realize you just went like this? You didn't finish any of your sentences. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I know. It's a trial for the poor guy. Oh. Sometimes I'm thinking faster than my mouth can keep up with, or vice versa. I don't know which. I'm going to be all full of threads, and I have like a, let's see. We want this to be a straight stitch. I have like a lunch today that's, more or less a professional lunch, which is weird for a retired lady. But I think I might have told you that I had agreed to be on the board of our local YWCA. And so it's a meeting with the executive director, a lunch actually, because I don't know the executive director. I've never met her. But I'm gonna do that, and my friend Kelly that took my place at the college, she now works for the YWCA. So apparently they needed somebody that had fundraising experience, which is what I did for all my working years at the college. So yeah, so I'm going to meet the executive director. Ugh, that budged up on me, but that's okay. Yeah, so anyway, that'll be fun. And I'm all dressed for it, and I'm getting strings all over myself. So there you go. Okay, that's okay. It bunched up at the end, but not too bad. My seamstress skills leave a little bit to be desired. But I have fun. And perfection's not the objective, is it? So, like with these ones, probably what I'll do is work on making some focal points for the front, on a base of corrugated cardboard, or perhaps even fabric, just the fabric, I don't know. So I'm not exactly sure what we're doing here, but we're just gonna get these prepped so they're ready for me to sew. Okay. So this one is ready to go. It's on this one I will probably just go ahead and zigzag around the edge. And then, like I say, I will, for instance, like decorate this up and put it on the front or something, some sort of focal point. Or like something like this, which is just fabric. That's just fabric. That's another one I have in the works. Because why not have 5 million of them in the works? Okay. But I do have a digital kits from the Junk Journal Studio that I want to use for these. Okay, so that's glued on, and I'm just going to set it aside. I wanted to show you, though. Let's see here. Which one? Yeah, so I was thinking like this could be the fabric flip for this one. So I'll get these sewn up too. So, but that's the fabric flip that's going to go in that one. Okay. Onward and upward. So I'm going to lay those over there. Okay, I've got a half hour. I should be able to get these done. Okay, here's another version kind of this. And I just need to make sure. Yeah, I was worried that some of the writing on the envelope might show on this, but I think it's going to be fine. So we're going to put this on. I kind of think it's nice to have a little pocket on the inside. If I can find a lace that goes with them and stuff. Oh, that's not good. Let's get that somewhere in the middle. Okay, that's good. Okay, now do we want any sort of, I have this pink that's kind of see-through-y. That be a cute little pocket. I don't know, for myself, I do like to have a little pocket on the inside of my journals, because then if you have stuff you want to keep, you have somewhere to put it. Oh, that's kind of nice too, isn't it? I like that one better. Okay. So anyway, I probably spent, I probably spent about maybe a half hour, 45 minutes yesterday cutting these pieces of fabric to size. And then, we'll spend an hour gluing them, sewing a little bit and gluing them. And then we sew around them and they're kind of ready to go. I like having the lot of covers made ahead of time, because then, like, that was really kind of my first step in getting ready for these retreats, was to look at digitals or papers that I wanted to use. And then finding a cover that matched. I mean, obviously you can make a cover when you're putting a journal together, and that works too. But I'm just a do-ahead kind of gal. I like doing ephemera ahead. And I like doing covers ahead too. It's just how I roll, peeps. It's just how I roll. Okay, so let's see. Let's kind of grab that and go. Hope I got the right side. I did. Whew. Too late now if I didn't. I do back stitch on the ends because that's going to be rather a point of tension, you know, with things going in and out of your journal. Okay, real happy with Mr. Sewing Machine, I have to say. Real happy. Okay, so then this one, we will just get laid down there, and we're ready again to just sew around the edges, which I will do off camera. Maybe what I'll do, no, I don't think I will get, I will probably film tomorrow's video before I get these sewn, so, because I may do it right after this. I think I'll have time before my lunch. Okay, let's make sure this is right side up, okay? And we shall just pop this down. Try and line it up with the other fabric a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then there's that one. Yes. All right. Then next we have another envelope one. I just randomly went back and forth between envelopes and Amazon packaging because I kind of just wanted to show you both. Now this one might be fun to sew like along these ridges. So that being the case, I'm going to use scraps on this one. Let's see. We'll just lay down some scraps. These itty bitty ones, not so much, but I'll put those with that one. Okay, and this, actually, maybe we'll have enough to just layer these up. Okay. Well, there's going to be 3 of them, so maybe. Again, nice to have, actually, I think some of these are from a quilt I made, but it's nice to have quilter friends. Get their leftovers whenever you can. Yeah, that's going to be great. Okay, so glue. Oh, I'm excited. This is so good to have these. Okay, so we're going to just put you right there. Well, I think our little grand doggy Prince is getting quite used to hanging out with us. He's going to be, because we will have had him for 2 weeks while my son and family are on vacation. And so he's getting pretty used to the routine around here. It's pretty cute. Pretty cute guy. Okay. Whoops. So pop that on there. Doesn't need to be perfect because we can go back in and do a little trimming. So Prince and my husband are downstairs. My husband came to get something, and Prince followed him. Mike's like, come here. Shh, Mom's filming. Or Nana, I guess, in this case. Okay, so that's cool. Now we're going to put this on here. And then when I sew this one, I'll make sure the glue dries really well. And then I'm going to go down here. And then I might do that too. I don't know. That's the fun part, is when you get to the sewing, end of things, depending, you know, on what the fabric tells you. It's kind of like paper. Fabric talks too. And depending on what it tells you, you might do a different sort of stitch, or you might do a different way of stitching or whatever. So okay. I think I'm gonna lay my fabric down and then lay this on top of it. I think I'll be able to get it even a little better. There, that'll be fine, just like that. Okay, now for thinking about a pocket. On this one. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. No idea really what I'm going to use on the inside, other than I think those Junk Journal Studio, some of those will work. Okay, I am thinking maybe this one again. It goes that way. I just think that's pretty. Okay. So a little more sewing than I originally thought I was going to do, but I just, I want to have these ready to go. So you got to sew this part on beforehand. I mean, I suppose you could, but since I like to sew with the top of the journal cover as the top piece, I don't know that it would work super well to try and do this all at once. Some people maybe could. I wouldn't trust myself. Okay. You know what? I'm going to move over so I'm not sewing on the hole. I think it will hold better. Okay, the trick there was to backstitch before I got to the edge, because that's the one that goobered up on me, you know. Okay, so last night I finally finished fussy cutting the Junk Journal Studio. It was a huge kit. So like I think I'll get 4 journals out of it. I think it was called Summer's Bounty, I think, on the Junk Journal Studio on Etsy. Yeah, it was a big one. Oh, wait. I'm not going to be able to, I should have stitched the top of this before putting this on. Sugar Jets. I think that what I'm going to do is just take that off, let it dry, because I really do want to do that. Okay, so because I have a pocket, if I didn't have a pocket, I could put the back on and go ahead and stitch it. But since I have the pocket, if I quilt this afterwards, I'm going to quilt my pocket closed. Does that make sense? So anyway, I have to sew this and then put the backing on. Okay. Crisis averted. Woohoo. Okay, this one, I have another prime. I save them all. I do. I save them all because I think it's just a great way to use them. Recycle them. See? How to recycle.info. Well, I bet you they don't have making a journal cover in their how to recycle stuff, but that's how we roll, huh? Okay, put that down there. And then plop this on. Okay. So then, let's see how we doing time-wise. We've got a little less than 15 minutes. Okay, this is a really different color. So what might I have in my little box of tricks over here? That would make a good pocket. What's this? No, that's awful. This one might not have a pocket. That's not bad. I don't know that that's going to make a great pocket though, because it dips down so much. Okay, well, I think I'm just not going to have a pocket on this one, guys. That's okay too. We can always like put a paper pocket on it, right? So there's that option as well. We can, you know, glue with the Fabri-Tac, glue a paper pocket on there. So let's do that on this one. Something different. I just had small pieces of this fabric, so I didn't have enough of this fabric to do a fabric pocket. Just didn't have enough. Okay, and you need to come over this away a bit. Okay, so that one's good to go. All right, and then, okay, so that's this one. Isn't that going to be fun? Is that up to the top? Okay, so there's that one. That one, I don't know that I will do a focal point on, because see, when that turns, those little gals will be right on the front. Okay, this one. This one, I was going to put it on a prime, but I think I want to do an envelope instead. Let's see. I do think I want to do an envelope because I want to have the batting on it. Okay, so just for time's sake, will this fit? No. Well, this will. Wow, that's just the right size. And let's just cut a bit here too. So fun, you guys. I'm super excited about this because I want to make the 3 or 4, however many it ends up being, journals. I want to make 4 where'd you go? Hang on, I gotta go down under my desk. Okay. Never get on the floor without a good plan of how to get up. When you get older, those are words to live by, let me tell you. Get down on the floor, always have a plan of how to get up. Okay. Oh. I don't even remember what I was saying now. But the 3 or 4 journals, I want to do them all at the same time because there's ephemera that would go with any of them or all of them. And so I just want to kind of have it out and be able to work on it as I'm doing the other ones. Okay. Oops, forgot to do that. It's okay. Since I changed in midstream of what I was doing. The other thing, as I was saying, you could use, that you could put paper pockets on. The other thing you could do is, I think that's going to be the front. The other thing you could do is make some fabric pockets and then just glue them in, you know. That'd be good too. So, yeah, so these, I'm going to play with my Kathy Holden a little bit with these. But a lot of people are doing the Kathy Holden paper products right now on YouTube, so I thought I'd let that kind of settle down a bit, and then I'll work with them. I don't know, especially having the retreat just coming up. You know, I thought I have other projects to do, so okay, that's going to be great. And then when we sew around all these, it will squish in a little bit and make it really nice. Okay, and then you will go like that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and put this in. I don't have any... Ooh, maybe I do have big plans for a pocket. What if we use black? No, I don't like it. No, thank you to that. What's this one? No, too small. I don't know if there's enough of this. Oh, there's just enough of this. I guess that was meant to be, wasn't it? So maybe we'll pop that on there and then glue. Do we have time? Yep, we can maybe just do this one. The next one we'll have to figure out. I don't know. I might keep going. Who knows? I've decided not to be a slave to time. Have you noticed? I've had a couple of longer videos. It's like when I'm on a roll, I just want to keep going. And you guys might want to see the whole of it. Okay. We'll just zip this on real quick. That lined up a little bit better. I I was thinking of doing all these journal covers at my retreat, and then I was like, but I have so many journals I want to make. And I didn't want to do just one thing because, you know, you never know what's going to inspire somebody else at a retreat like that. And so if you're doing a variety of things, I feel like that's a better idea just for the other people in your group. Okay, so that is right side up. This is right side up. Yes, yes. Okay, cool. So excited. So excited to have all these done. I really do like making covers too. I know a lot of people have said it's like their thing they don't care to do because they don't have any ideas or whatever. I usually have more ideas than I have covers to make, but I get that. And it's kind of like, you know, art journaling or something, or writing or whatever, where you're starting with a blank page. That's kind of what the covers are too, is kind of, you know, starting with a blank page. Okay, so Gail, you are an idiot. You were telling me, weren't you? Okay, I gotta quilt this first before I put that on. Okay, well, you know, that can just dry. And then we will do it after it's dry. Okay, so last one. Let's just put the last one kind of together if we can and see. So we'll use this for this one. Okay, so easy peasy. We're just going to plop this down on there. So for the front, because let's see, this one. Yeah, I could quilt around it, but I don't think I will because I think I'll want a focal point right there. This is a funky envelope. I hope it's going to turn out okay. Well, hopefully it'll be okay. So my next task in my craft room today is I'm going to have to kind of walk around and pull open drawers and stuff because tomorrow's Forgotten Friends Friday and I have no idea what I'm going to do. So we're going to have to figure that out. Okay. Okay. So, oh, it's got a little. Okay. So there's the front. And then let's just at least figure out what we're going to put. This is the little other thing. Okay. So as far as a lace for the edge, this is super cute. Is that too matchy-matchy? Gosh, I think that's pretty cute. Okay, so lace on the edge. Do I want to turn that down at all? I don't think I do. That's a junk journal, Gail. Good, getting so precise about things. Okay, it goes this way. Okay, so if you're going to edge your pocket, one more thing to learn here is we need to sew that first before we sew on the pocket, right? Stages on all this stuff. Okay, so we're just gonna run a quick stitch and put this on the edge. And I think I'll go right about there with it. And I'm not going to worry about back stitching, only because we'll back stitch when we put the pocket on. So, ooh, that didn't sound great, did it? Okay, so that's on there, and then we'll just put it on the fabric piece, put it on this piece. Match that up as well as I can, kind of. And I think, gosh, why are you doing that? Hang on. Ugh. It's because I'm trying to hurry. Oh. Okay, so let's pop you right there. It's very happy on just plain fabric. Very happy. That's a good thing. I'm glad my sewing machine is working. I'm taking them both to the retreat though, because the other one still sews. It just won't do a bobbin. And I can let everybody else use that one. I'm going to use this one. And then I'll just set my other one up kind of in a communal space. All right. Cool. You guys, we got them all done. I was hopeful, yet not convinced it would happen. Okay, so that's right side up. We're going to put this one like that. And we've got this one ready to sew too. Yay-hoo. So what did we get done? 4, 6, 7 covers, I think. I mean, they're not done, but they're just ready for sewing. So mass made some covers today. So I appreciate you being here, and I'm sorry I kept you a little long, but I thought you might want to see this one as complete as it can be. Oh, look at that. So I'm going to cut, this one might be just a little too small. Okay, well, we might have to cut off a bit at the top. That's okay, we can do that. Yeah, it just is a little bit. So, you know, no big deal. We'll just cut it down a little bit. I think it's still going to be big enough for an 8.5 by 11 signature. There we go. Always that I'm going to keep for the top of a tag. There we go. So there's that one. Okay, guys, I'll let you go. But thank you so much for helping me today. And I hope you have a grateful day. We will see you in the next video. Bye.